Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Vortex, where lies and falsehoods are trapped and exposed. I'm Michael Voris. We have no king but Caesar. It was the cry of those who rejected the divine in favor of the state 2,000 years ago, and it's still the cry of that same crowd today. When Catholics look to the state to solve the problems of humanity, they forsake their Messiah. This isn't to say that government doesn't have a role. Of course it does, but its role is to create an environment where moral truths, the moral truths of Christ, can be promoted. This necessitates a limited, a conservative role for government, where it acts in a negative manner, meaning it prevents things which are injurious to the common good. It does not go around promoting its own version of what is good. For example, it's proper for the state to pass laws which create a favorable environment for the family. It is not the role of government to be redefining the concept of families to include all sorts of aberrant, immoral behavior. Likewise, it is within the scope of government to pass laws for the protection and care of human life. It is not its role to go forward and then redefine human life to the exclusion of some in society, like the unborn. One major problem in the church for the past number of years has been the same problem that's also been present in the culture at large, the looking to the state to be the bestower of all graces and goods. See, when Catholics appeal to the government for this or that right or privilege beyond the normal confines of what government should be doing, they hand over too much power to Caesar. As Caesar's influence expands and the state begins to gobble up vast areas of life normally left to the Christian faithful, like education, charity, healthcare, etc., the state becomes all-powerful, and abuses of power become too great a temptation for Caesar to resist. Catholics in America, some unfortunately wittingly, others unwittingly, have delivered too much authority into the hands of Caesar. And when the church stands before Caesar as Christ stood before Pilate, well, we already know what the sentence will be. One of the symptoms of the pervasive crisis in the church is that too many Catholics look to the state to solve problems that the church should be solving. For all the talk about separation of church and state, there really isn't that much. On Good Friday, our blessed Lord stood before Pilate, rejected by many of his former followers as they yelled, "We have no king but Caesar." After a week of betrayal, treachery, 30 pieces of silver, secret plotting, self-righteous religious scheming against the truth so as to advance their own version of the kingdom, Christ was delivered over to Caesar. It's amazing how, in some ways, so very little has changed since that first week of passion. But do remember, faithful Catholics, the kingdom we belong to is not of this world. We need to stop acting like it is. I'm Michael Voris.
Please help us keep delivering these kinds of messages that so desperately need to be heard and acted on. Join RealCatholicTV.com today as a premium subscriber. Become immersed in the faith established by Jesus Christ. The Catholic Church is the only hope against evil because that is its God-given mission. As our Lord said, apart from me, you can do nothing. Join RealCatholicTV.com today as a premium subscriber and come to learn and love Christ more deeply.